Izzy, and in this video, you guys are going to be doing a little Packers versus Cleveland Browns game preview coming up on a Christmas Day matchup tomorrow afternoon. Should be a good game, you guys. Hopefully, the Cleveland Browns can get some guys back off of the protocol right now. They got a lot of guys sitting out on protocols. Obviously, that's why their game got rescheduled to Monday last week from that. I believe they were playing on Sunday or Saturday last week as well, and that one got moved. So we'll have to see what happens without all these players missing time here. Hopefully they can get a few guys back. Like I said, we still got a little bit of time to see if they're going to come back off the protocol. I thought the Packers were missing a lot of people this week. We're not too bad comparatively to those Cleveland Browns, man. They got a lot of guys out right now. Right real quick before we start breaking down this game preview, you guys, if you can go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. We're getting a lot of support lately, you guys, and I greatly appreciate it. We're going to keep coming out with as much content as possible for you guys. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start breaking down this game that's coming up tomorrow, the Christmas Day matchup. Packers are sitting at an 11-3 record on the season right now. And we got the Cleveland Browns sitting at 7-7, you guys. Should be a good little game here. Hopefully we get some snow for Christmas Day. Would be awesome to see out on the Lambeau Field there. We'll start off with some of the injury reports. Starting off with the Green Bay Packers, their injury report's not looking too shabby these days. Obviously, we got a lot of guys on IR, but we're not going to count those guys and add them to the injury report right now because they've been sitting out for a while. One guy that is still on the injured list is going to be sitting out this week. Hopefully he's coming back next week versus the Vikings. We'll have to see what happens, but that's David Bakhtiari, still sitting out with that knee injury. Obviously we had that setback a few weeks ago where he had to go get that minor surgery done to clean some stuff up in his knee there. He's still sitting out. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can get him back for at least one regular season game just to get his legs under him a little bit before the playoffs start. We'll have to see what happens there. We also got Billy Turner, our right tackle, who's out for this game with a knee injury. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this one's not a season-ending one as well. He's just going to be probably out for the remainder of the regular season, maybe coming back in week 17 or week 18, I should say, just to get a few reps in before we hopefully get that bye week if we can close out the season on a hot stretch here. Then we got Marquez Valdes-Scantling's in protocol right now, so who knows if he's going to be able to play on Saturday. That one's kind of up in the air depending on if he gets his negative COVID tests back or not. And we got Ty Summers, who's out with a hamstring injury. Not a huge deal, obviously, as he's one of our back-end linebackers. But he does contribute to the special teams. He's usually a pretty good special teams player. So that hurts the special teams a little bit, which we know the Packers' special teams are in shambles right now. Definitely going to have to get that shit sorted out before the playoffs, so that could be something that costs us big time in one of those playoff games, so hopefully that gets sorted out here. Malik Taylor's also going to be out for this matchup with a shoulder injury. Like I said, not a huge deal with this guy either, as he is one of the back-end wide receivers. It's not like he was expected to get a bunch of playing time on Saturday anyways. It just hurts a little bit of the back-end depth. But nonetheless, I'm sure he'll be go during the playoffs, so I would expect him back in the weeks to come. And Dominique Dafney, who's been missing some time here with that ankle injury, he should be questionable for this game. Maybe he can return. If not, I'm sure he'll be back next week versus the Vikings. And that pretty much wraps up the injury report for the Packers, you guys. Like I said, not too shabby. Obviously, we got some other big-time names who are on the IR right now who, aren't going to be coming back or possibly will be coming back at the end of the season. I didn't include those guys, but we already know who they are. The likes of Jair Alexander, Zadarius Smith. Who else do we got out right now? Randall Cobb's on IR. Obviously, we lost Elton Jenkins for the season. Josh Myers, I'm really curious to see what's going on with this guy. We haven't heard a lot of news on him. Obviously, he went down kind of mid-season there with that knee injury. I'm hoping he can come back for the playoffs as well. He's been an absolute steal of a draft pick in that second round. He looked phenomenal at the start of the season there before he did get injured. So hopefully we can get him back into the fold for the playoff stretch as well. We'll have to see what happens there. And then you guys will jump on over to the Cleveland Browns injury report here. This one is just brutal for these guys, man. They got a lot of people out right now. Like I said, we'll have to see what happens. Obviously, we still got some time for some guys to get out of the protocols and be able to play in tomorrow's matchup. So we'll have to see what happens there. But we'll go ahead and start off the injury report here for the Cleveland Browns. They got the D tackle Jackson, who's questionable with a knee injury. Quarterback Case Keenum's in protocol still, so he might be able to play. He might not be able to. We'll have to see if he gets out of protocol or not. Their center J.C. Tretter also in protocol. Their cornerback Troy Hill is also in protocol. Wide receiver Jarvis Landry's in protocol. Defensive end Jadeveon Clowney's in protocol. Odenigbo, their defensive end, is also in protocol. John Johnson, their safety's out with a hamstring. Kareem Hunt's in protocol, their running back. Baker Mayfield still in protocol. Myles Garrett, their stud defensive ends, also in protocol. And then I didn't finish off all the guys that they have in protocol, you guys, because the list was long. So I just put in my notes here. They got 7 more players on top of all the guys I just listed that are also in protocol. So you're looking at almost 20 players missing for this Cleveland Browns team right now. So like I said, hopefully they can get some guys back from protocol in the next day or so here before the game starts, because that's going to be a rough go for those guys missing so many people. They might have to go with their third string quarterback, Nick Mullins, again. If that's the case and they're missing guys like Myles Garrett, John Johnson, their safety who's out, Jadeveon Clowney if he can't go, if you can't get Jarvis Landry out there, Troy Hill, who's a pretty good cornerback as well, all those guys, man, your center, J.C. Treader. I mean, that's a lot of big time talent that's going to be missing off that Cleveland Browns squad. So we're going to have to see what happens there. Personally, I'm a Packers fan, so a win's a win regardless. But I would like to see a good game, so I would like to see Cleveland get some guys healthy. You want to beat your opponent's best product that can be put out on the field. So I'd like to see some of these guys come back anyways, make it a little more of an exciting game. Otherwise, I could see the Packers being a big time blowout in this one. But we'll have to see what happens anyways, you guys. Still got a little bit of time till the game starts. Then we'll go through some of the keys to the game in this matchup here. Starting off with the Green Bay Packers, you guys. Probably the biggest key to the game versus this Browns squad who's so good in the run game is going to be stuffing the run. We're really going to have to have all hands on deck on defense there to be able to stuff that run. Obviously, Nick Chubb's had an outstanding season when he's not been injured. Kareem Hunt being out is a pretty big deal if he's not able to come back out of protocols there. It kind of makes him a little more one-dimensional in the run game, obviously only having one of their 2 big name backs being able to play. So I think if we're able to stuff the run game, especially if we got Nick Mullins starting for the Cleveland Browns, if we can shut down that run game and put all the pressure on their quarterback to be able to make the plays to win the game, I don't think it's going to be a good outing for the Cleveland Browns. So I think that's going to be one of the major keys for the Green Bay Packers defense there, is stuffing that good run game of the Cleveland Browns. Another good key to the game for the Green Bay Packers here, you guys, obviously playing on our home field, playing against a banged-up Brown squad. I think getting out to an early lead is going to be huge here. You don't want to have to, give them any hope or any chances of possibly getting a victory in this game by giving them an early touchdown or 2 touchdown lead in this game. I think if we can get out to an early start, maybe start with the football in that first quarter if we win the coin toss there, and just put up, 7 or 14 points in that first quarter, get a nice little early lead on them. Put the pressure on them to throw the football a little bit more, take the ball out of their playmaker and Nick Chubb's hands there. And I think that'll go a long ways to the Packers getting the victory in this game. And then the last key to the game for the Green Bay Packers to come out with the victory, you guys, is going to be no mistakes on special teams. Our special teams has been absolutely atrocious the last few weeks, almost costing us in a few games here that we probably could have lost just because of the special teams. Probably most notably the Chicago Bears game. Our special teams pretty well tried giving that game away on us there. Just an atrocious performance. They weren't too much better against the Baltimore Ravens last week. So that's something that's definitely going to need to improve in the next few weeks here. Obviously, we got 3 weeks left in the regular season. I think it's going to be crucial for this Packers team, to get that special team sorted out before playoffs start, because that's where you're going to have those good playoff teams take advantage. And the last thing you want is to lose a game because of your special teams in the playoffs. So that's definitely something we need to get sorted out. And I think it's a good opportunity against the Cleveland Browns to try and sort that out here, you guys. Then we'll head over to some of the keys to the game for the Cleveland Browns in this matchup here. Probably the biggest key to the game for them, which I've been mentioning when we went through the injury report, you guys, is getting some players off of protocol. I mean, they're going to need some guys back if they want any chance at keeping this close or having a chance to win this game. With the amount of guys they got out right now, I don't see them having any chance at winning. If they can at least get 4 or 5 guys out of protocol to play tomorrow, I think that heightens their chances of winning this game big time. Obviously, they're fighting for their playoff lives right now at 7-7. They're going to need some guys back in the fold here to make a good push these last 3 weeks of the season to try and get into the playoffs there. So I think that's going to be the biggest key for them, is getting some guys back. Hopefully that's the case. They can get at least a few guys back. I mean, like I said, they got almost 20 players out right now. So it would be nice to see them get a few guys back just to have a little more even matchup. Another key to the game for them, I believe, is going to be no turnovers. The Green Bay Packers pretty much never lose a game that they win the turnover battle in, especially this season. I believe any game that we've had 2+ turnovers in, we have not lost yet this year. So it's going to be very crucial, especially if they got Nick Mullins going out there as their starting QB. In tomorrow's game, they're really going to have to take care of that football. You turn that ball over once or twice to Aaron Rodgers, good chance those are going to be turning into points. So that's going to be a very crucial component to the game for the Cleveland Browns as well. And then the last key to the game for the Cleveland Browns, man, this is going to be a huge one as well, as they got to run that rock, man. I mean, Nick Chubb needs to go for over 100 plus yards. He probably needs over 20 plus carries in this game. And if they can have a successful run game, that's going to be able to take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands, and then that'll help the Cleveland Browns dominate that time of possession, which will go a long ways into helping them win this game. Obviously, the less time that you can keep the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands, the better. So that's going to be a huge thing for them, obviously. To keep this one close. I think this one's going to be a high-scoring affair. Packers defense has been decent still, but it's been a little more holes than what we've seen in the past. They've been allowing a little more high-scoring matchups in the last couple of weeks here versus Chicago, as well as versus the Baltimore Ravens there. So I think the Browns, regardless of who they have starting at quarterback, they're going to be able to put up some points on the board. But I just don't think that they're going to have enough guys on defense to be able to hold down this Packers squad on offense. So I still think the Packers are going to be able to take home the victory in this game. I'm going to go final score 35-24 for the Green Bay Packers, you guys. I do think it's going to be a pretty close game, probably through the first 2 to 3 quarters. I think the Packers are going to pull away late in this one. As that Browns depleted roster starts to get tired out as the game goes on here. Obviously, it'll be huge too if we have A.J. Dillon pounding that rock, tiring out that defensive front of the Cleveland Browns. So we'll have to see what happens, you guys. I'm stoked to be able to watch the Green Bay Packers on Christmas Day. Nice little present for all of us Packers fans out there. Hopefully they gift us with a win. We'll have to see what happens. But that pretty well wraps her up for this video, you guys. We'd love to get your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. How do you think the Packers fare in tomorrow's game? Do you think we got a good opportunity to win this one? And what do you think our chances are of finishing off with the first seed in the NFC conference here? Would love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. Once again, you guys, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and every video on my channel. Please go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. Merry Christmas to all of you guys out there. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas day with your families. Thanks for watching, and this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat.